Okay, so that's the three pillars of business. What I want to move on to now is the 9-step roadmap. And so in the vision pillar are the three steps. We have alignment accelerator, driving growth, and dynamic planning. So the first step, alignment accelerator, is making sure that the business you are building is aligned to your personal goals. It's amazing how many times business owners are just blindly trying to grow without even a sense of what the business needs to look like to give them the lifestyle they want. This is getting your 1, 3, and 5 year plans in place for the different areas of your business, plus some other really important aspects. Then we have the detailed strategy step. You have to know how you're going to drive the business forwards with your offer, sales, marketing plan, operations, etc. Otherwise, you'll just be making things up as you go along and not be able to apply the later steps. Then the final part, a vision, is dynamic planning. So how that alignment, long-term plans turn into actionable, strategic, annual and 90-day plans, or even weekly and daily activities for you and your team. This is where so many business owners struggle. And they're full of great plans, but the ideas are a dime a dozen. It's the execution that matters. And don't worry, the very first strategy that I'll share with you when we meet is that it's going to help with that, and will be a vital link between the plan and how it is actually going to get implemented. So that's the first pillar. So now the velocity pillar, the first step there is you've got to manage profit and cash. Otherwise, you're either not growing enough to make any money, or you're growing a business that's actually a cash-eating monster, and you definitely don't want to be working harder just to earn the same, or in some cases, even less money. Many owners get stuck in this idea that growth is the only way forwards, and you'll see from a strategy that I'll teach you that this is just not the case. In fact, this is where you might have a bit of a holy crap moment. Then after profit and cash, you've got to be able to drive more revenue and better sales and marketing, optimizing conversion, and be able to generate more higher quality leads and convert them in a larger amount than you have previously. Though there are other important levers you can pull also, which means you often don't need more clients to grow. I don't think we'll have a time to cover that today particularly, but we can certainly discuss that on a one-to-one call. Then as you grow, the final step is controlling the velocity, is making sure you have the right operations and systems in place, because at a certain point, it's just too much just for you and even just for your team. And you need to start having the processes that are running the business, not just constantly solving the next problem that comes up. And if you can get those in a great place, you'll be vastly ahead of most business owners and in a great place to start tackling the final pillar. The value pillar, which is made up of financials and KPIs, innovation and leadership, and team and culture. So the reason financials and KPIs comes first is how can you value a business, let alone increase its value, if you don't even have measures in place. So this is vital if you're going to start moving up those levels of business ownership. You need the right dashboards to understand what metrics you should focus on and what your team should be focused on as well. This gets even more important the faster you grow. Think of the dashboard on a bicycle versus the dashboard on a fighter jet. Quite different things. You need more control the faster and more agile you want to be. Then at a certain point, you'll hit plateaus in growth, so that you need innovation and leadership to overcome those and keep the business competitive and sustainable. And finally, it's about getting the team and culture right. So it's something that is bigger than just you, and you have a life, it has a life of its own, and you do too. And if you can get those steps right, then you're well on your way to having a robust, profitable, sustainable business that you can choose to be working on rather than in it, and free to enjoy your life how you want it to be. But the key here is it's your choice. So pulling those three systems together, we've covered the 5 levels of business to determine where you are and where you want to get to. Then we looked at the 3 pillars that are the main 3 categories you need to focus on. And then we saw the 9 steps. And here I've shown how those relate to certain stages of moving up through the levels of business owner. But you can tackle any of these at any point, but there's usually a benefit in doing it in the right order. You'll generally get quicker wins. So you can monitor your entire business, which enables you to identify the core priorities and rate your business's score out of 100, track your progress towards that lifestyle that you dreamed of when you first started in business. So this is all brought together in this Boss dashboard, and makes it really easy to review your progress on a regular basis. So Thanks for listening, and we'll catch up later.